Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how to make this L-shaped gift box. These are part of my alphabet series, which I've been doing now for a while. I'm nearly halfway through the alphabet. As I say in all my videos, I am making these as and when I need them because I don't want a ton of letters in my craft space. But this one I thought was perfect for Valentine's. I'm also going to be doing the letter V in the Valentine series this year as well. So if you want to wait for that one, that's going to be coming. And last year I did the letter X, so that's already in the playlist, which will be coming up now. You can see all the other letters that I've done. You can see all that lovely shine on the front there using my accent glaze, and I've just built up lots of hearts, and I've got the shine in the paper there as well. And then these just open from the top, and then you can fill them with lots of treats, small gift. These usually go in hampers that I like to make for people, but they're also really nice pieces of home decor. You could actually spell out the word love and have that displayed, maybe the word home or any other word that you'd like to personalise. So yeah, they look really nice. Put a little bit of sand or something heavy inside to weight them down. You don't have to have the top opening like I do. So these are easy to make. You don't need any dies. So let's get started. So this is everything I'm going to be using today, and it will all be listed below. I'm using the heart-shaped nestable dies. The love die that I'm decorating the front is from the Autumn Whisper collection. The lips foiled paper, that's from my Glitz and Glam paper pack. And then for the sides, I'm just using the pink stripes here. This is an older Daisy May Designs paper pad. Again, if it's all available, it will be linked below. So if you've been following my other alphabet boxes, this is constructed in exactly the same way, and the height and the width of these are the same as all the others as well. So if you are wanting to make or spell out a word or maybe someone's name, they will all sit nicely together, so you can make them, you know, nice for home decor and stuff. So first of all, you want to make your templates. So I've got template for the main box and also for the matte layer for the front, so to cut this shape here. So I would suggest you make your templates first, because that way you've got them and it just makes them really quick and easy to make whenever you need. So I've got all of mine filed away together. So you want to cut yourself a piece of 5 by 6 and a piece of 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. What you want to do is just mark at 2 inches from the top left there. Just mark in 2 inches, and again mark in 2 inches from the bottom, and just draw a line right the way through. And then here you want to come up 1 3/4. You could come down 4 1/4, it's up to you, but come up 1 3/4 on one side, 1 3/4 on the other, and again, draw a line. You then want to cut all of that section out, which I will now do. I just wanted to leave that in for the video, but you just cut this right out. And then you've, like I said, you've got this template then to use whenever you need to. So you can now get rid of that. And then with this piece, you would draw around it, cut yourself 2 pieces of 5 by 6, lay your template down in the corner, and just trace around that and then cut it out. I've already done that with this one here, with the back one. And then I've already drawn around that one. So now I can just cut this out. You want to be nice and neat. I'm just removing the pencil marks. You could always also rub, you know, any of those lines out. And then again. And then you want to do the same with this one, but this time you're going to come across 1 3/4 and again along the bottom, draw a line right the way through. And then come up 1 1/2 on each side and draw your line. And then again, you're going to remove all of this section, which I've done like so. And then I'd already drawn around this one on my pattern paper. And you can see now this will mat perfectly over. Oh, if I move that one away, you can see better there. But you can see now you get that nice matte layer. Then for the sides of the box, so this one here is going to wrap all the way down this side and along the bottom. So I put left side and bottom. This is a piece of 2 3/4 by 11 1/2. Along the 11 1/2 side, you're going to score at 6 and 11. And then along that 2 3/4 side, you're going to score at 1/2 and at 2 1/4. Now this one I've already cut into. You just want to fold and burnish all of your score lines. Okay, and I'll show you how to cut it on this piece. So this piece here is now going to come up this side, all in here, up this side, and then finish with your lid on the top. So again, what I've done here is I've just put bottom right side, inside, and then top and lid. So again, this is that same width, 2 3/4, and again by 11 1/2. This time you're going to score at 1 3/4, 4 3/4, 9 and 11. And again, along that side, you're scoring the same as before. So at 1/2 and at 2 1/4. Okay, so that is all the scoring. Just fold and burnish both of those and I'll show you how to cut into them. So again, if you want to just write down what I've got on mine, just so that when I'm putting it together, it's easier for you to understand. But with this piece, just make sure where you got the 1/2 inch tab, that's your top and your lid, all of that part there. And then inside, and then bottom right side. So starting with this bottom right side down this end, you just want to cut a little wedge off of the sides there. And then you can just cut in like so and cut down. You could do it that way if you want. So you've got a little tab and then go across to this side and cut a little wedge. Or you can cut it, you go down and then down. So I'm cutting out a triangle shape and that gives you the same effect, it's just a bit quicker. Doesn't matter how big this is, they don't all have to be the same. You just want to create these tabs on each of these sections. So again, if I go down to this one, just going to cut right across or into the score line there, and again on that side. So now I've got the tabs on that section, and then go down to this one. And now with this one, all you want to do is just remove the squares for now. I always leave the rest of the cutting into the lid until it's all together, because we want this to be able to close by itself. Now, if we cut wedges into this too much, you might find that you end up loosening it and it will fall out. And you're going to cut quite a wedge into these pieces here. But again, leave that until it's all, you know, put together. So you want to have two pieces that look like that. Again, they've both got a 1/2 inch tab on them. This one, you can cut into that 1/2 inch tab. Just cut a nice wedge out like I've done on both of them there. So I'm going to take the back one, which I've got the pencil marks on, but you're not going to see any of that, so it doesn't matter. And you want to flip this one around. So you're working with the piece that's got your left side and your bottom. This is going to stick in here. So you'll see it will run all the way down, and then it's going to run all the way along. And then that tab will connect the next piece. So I'm going to use my construction glue for this. It does take a little bit longer to dry, but it will dry nice and strong because I'm going to be putting... I'll probably be sweets in this one. I want it to be nice and strong. Okay, so all folded in there, and then just focus. If you look on the outer side here, then you can make sure you pull this piece right out to the very edge there, and make sure that the folded part is right down into that corner so you've got a nice right angle. Just give that a minute to grab. Okay, and then if you just open it up, pop your glue all down your other 1/2 inch, the other tab, and then bring this up. It should line up perfectly, like so. And then you'll be able to use a ruler, you'll be able to get in. Just add a bit of pressure onto those tabs. Once that glue's like kind of set in place, you can go back over it again. The key is just making sure you have nice angles. And also you want to make sure it stands up. So at this point, you know, make sure it can stand up. It's not like rocking. And yeah, again, it's all nice and neat. So then we're going to take this piece. So you want to have bottom right side, inside, and then top and lid. So now we can stick this one onto here. I'm just going to add, again, a little glue. And then whilst that's actually drying, I'm going to stick this side down as well. So I'm going to add a little glue, and I'm now going to just pop that in behind the side there. You can use your double-sided tapes for this if you want, but I find the liquid glue is good because you've got the time to wiggle it around and move everything into place. Okay, so you can see now we're starting to get our box coming together quite nicely. And then again, now with this one, so I'm working along that inside section. Just push that in. And now you want to fold this one out at the same time. Again, it should sit nicely in there. Just going to fold this down like so. And then you can just fold this kind of back. And you glue again down the tab. And just pop that one behind. And it should just come right up to the top there. So I'm just going to make sure those 3 sides now are nice and secure. Next, before you stick this piece on top, I find it a bit easier to stick these like little corners down. So not every corner you can, because like obviously those ones don't meet, but certainly here, just add a little glue and kind of tack that down. You don't want to be pulling it down, like you could easily pull that in a bit and then you can lose your shape. Just let it kind of sit naturally. That one doesn't quite meet. I'm just going to leave that one as it is. Just take some tweezers and you can just get in there, kind of pinch them together a little bit. Okay, they're kind of tacked in place there. So now you can add your glue over all of the tabs. Okay, I'm going to take this one, get some glue in the very corner there. Okay. And this will just start to bring it all into shape. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So now with the lid, when you go to close it, you'll see it will catch. Some catch more than others. This one actually you don't need to take that much off. So I'm just going to snip like so and like so. And now that should, yeah, goes in there perfectly. Now it's going to pop out at the moment, but this is where I was saying before, you didn't want to cut the wedges into this bit first, because now if you squeeze that in, you might find that that's okay. Yeah, that holds it in. Now you also might want to, I'm going to add a little finger pull. You might want to have it so that it sits outside. You could extend this, you could cut a piece of, I don't know, maybe 1 3/4 by 1, stick it over the top and put a hook and loop fastening behind. You could do it that way if you want to, but I've always just popped mine inside like so. So I'm happy that holds itself nicely. So now I can stick everything down. So I've got this one to go on the front. If you want to have one for the back, then just cut yourself another one, but I'm just going to have the one on the front. And then I've got these pieces to go around the side. So the width of them is the same. So they are all 1.5 wide. This is 1.5 by 5 3/4, and that's going to cover this side. Again, I've not covered the bottom, but if you want to, then you can. This one is 1.5 by 4, and that's going up this side. Then we've got 1.5 by 2 3/4. That's going to cover this one here. And then you've got 2 pieces of 1.5 squared, one to cover this side and one to cover the top. So I'm going to get that all stuck down. Okay, so I'm just adding this one on the top. Now I think I gave you the wrong measurements. I said 2 pieces of 1.5 squared, but it's just 1 piece for here. This piece is 1.5 by 1 3/4. Right, so that's everything stuck down. So then to decorate, so I've got the word love there, which I've added to a piece of double-sided sticky foam, so I can just peel all of this off. So I've got one big sticker. Like so. I'm not going to stick that down just yet, but it's going to go there. And then I've just cut myself from the heart nestables just a mix of sizes here, and I was going to have some of them there and then stick this over the top, and then I've got some of the glittery ones to go on top of the word. And then I was also going to add my accent glaze and probably a little happy Valentine's Day stamp. So I'm going to get it all stuck down. I'm going to use some foam pads to stick the hearts down and just give it a bit more dimension and find the sentiment I want to use. Okay, so that is everything stuck down. I've used this set, which I think I'm going to be using for most of my Valentine series. You've got all of the words are separate on the stamp set here. So Valentine, will you be my, you are my, you can just change and make up, you know, any sentence you want. And then you've got the dies, which are all, you know, different little arrows and stuff. They're really nice. So I actually forgot I had that one, but I've recently sorted everything out. So yeah, it's reminded me of the things I have. So that's what you will see feature a lot in the Valentine series. Now I'm just going to finish before I add the accent glaze. If you have done the closure like me and you just want to make it a little bit easier for the person to get in it, just take a little punch. If you don't have a punch, you could use a circle die and just die cut this into it before you put it together. Just cut half of it away, so just the semicircle. So now, once that's filled with treats, it's much easier for me to open up, like so. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more shine. Okay, so there is the finished gift box. So I'll just bring it up a bit closer there so you can see all that lovely detail. I've used my accent glaze covering the word love there so you get that lovely shine. And then I also added some sparkle to these hearts here. So there's sparkle, there's shine, and lots of texture on this one. It's really tactile. And again, you can see the top there, that all opens up nicely. So I hope you've enjoyed the letter L from me today. Like I said, check out the playlist that'll be coming up now with all of the other letters of the alphabet that I've done so far. I'll also have the Valentine series playlist that I'm doing this year. That will be here. So as I add more to it, actually I might do the whole of my Valentine series. So every Valentine's make I've made will be up in this playlist. So you might want to watch that next for some more inspiration. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.